Otra. 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 Okay, never mind. So our next storyteller to come to the stage. When we asked her most memorable New York City moment, she mentioned that her she actually was here, and then she decided to leave here after wanting to try some new experiences, and decided to go check out San Francisco. But on her couple days prior to going to San Francisco, she had met somebody. And she gets to San Francisco, and 15 days later, she decided that she was going to come back to New York City to pursue the girlfriend that she is now with. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, Judith Samper.
So 5 in the morning, and I'm in a police station having an English tea in London with the guard while he's telling me all his life story and his girlfriend, and I'm wondering what is gonna happen to me. You were wondering why I arrived here to this situation. So basically, it's like when I was 25 years old, I finished college, and like the most of the Spaniards, like I decided to improve my English and move to London to do a kind of an internship of graphic design. So when I arrived there, it was kind of difficult to pay the rent. It was it's an expensive city. It's difficult to pay the rent. It was difficult to get enough money to eat, and obviously to pay the public transport. So one day I'm waiting for the bus, and I'm looking at my bus pass. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is so easy to falsificate it. It's like this, I can make it myself. So I don't know if you, like the most of the Spaniards, we like to get things for free. So I decided to give it a try, and it worked. The first time I was a bit scared, but it worked. So after a few weeks, like I just was solving the whole week, just clicking a little bit the mouse, and the printer was just solving all my whole week. I didn't even have to go back to the shop anymore. So yeah, after 3 months, like I was so used to it, to this, like I didn't even think that my bus pass it was fake anymore. So it was one day I was going to a party in the center of the city. I was going in the bus, listening to music, looking at the window, thinking of my things, and somebody just touched my shoulder, and I turned around, and it's a ticket officer. I was asking for the tickets to everybody, and without even thinking, just give him my bus pass. And in the moment I'm giving it to him, I realized that I'm giving him my fake bus pass. And obviously he realized of that. So he take out his notebook and ask name. And I say, Antonia Gonzalez. which I don't know you realize, but it's not my name. But I don't know why I say it, but I say it. I thought, okay, well, anyway, he's gonna just give me a fine, like 20 pounds. That means I'm gonna have like couple of beers less tonight, but it's fine. So next stop, the bus stops, and they made me get out, and there's a line of 10 police officers. You grab me between two of them. They start to read my rights, like in a movie. They bring me to the police station, and they start like looking, searching everything I have. They take everything. They made me even take out the piercing, and they ask me where I got that bus pass, and I say to them, "Why? I bought it in the street. Like I didn't even know it was fake." I was so offended. So they asked me like if I want a lawyer, one of these lawyers that the government pays. Oh yeah, of course. Like I'm so inundated here. Like I need somebody to get my innocence, So they call this lawyer, and meanwhile. The lawyers coming, they take my fingerprints, they take the wonderful picture, they have to bring me to a cell. So they open the cell, they made me take off my shoes. I don't know really why. I don't know what they were expecting me to do in the cell without the shoes. So yeah, get into this cell, which is like a blue mattress, plastic, like the ones that you find in the gym, a metal toilet, and in front of it, a camera. So it's like you cannot miss any detail of what you do in the cell. I was for 4 hours there, and I was like totally planning my story, like thinking, okay, so yeah, I got it in the street, I got it from a person who was in the street in this corner with this shop, but everything was fake, because, I'm a good person, and I'm gonna, make somebody guilty. So when the lawyer came, I said to him all my story. We went to a interrogatory room. The police officer started recording and started making me questions, and everything I was saying, she wasn't happy with my answer. So she started playing around with that the English, it wasn't my mother tongue. And I don't know, everything, it was like she was just changing the meaning of what I was saying. And after like 45 minutes of basically fighting, she started asking me if I needed a translator. So the lawyer, again, like in a movie, she looked at her and it's like, can I talk with my client alone? So she stopped the recorder, she leaves the room, and my lawyer looked at me and said, look, this is how I work in England. The 90% of the cases are solved by the police because you have to say whatever they want to listen to you from you. So when she come back, you're gonna say to her, like, you are a student, like you didn't have any money, you knew you were buying a fake bus pass, and you are really regret you are not gonna do it again. Say, okay. I was still indignated because I was trying to defend my innocence. I don't know why. So I come back and I say to her all this story, and the police officer is like, look at me, like not really believing it, but stop the recorder and leave the room. And after 2 seconds, she come back and she says, okay, we're gonna release you with no charges, but this is gonna be after we certify your identity. Yes, your identity, Antonia Gonzalez. So at that point that I thought that I was gonna be free and I was kind of smart them and I was gonna go home at like 4 a.m, all my whole world just crumbled. And I started crying like a kid in the middle of a police station. The lawyer didn't understand anything, the police officer didn't understand anything. They were just handing me all these tissue papers. I was just crying and crying. I couldn't even talk until I managed to explain to them that wasn't my name. So the lawyer was kind of laughing because, I don't know, I guess he realized that I was just basically a teenager, like, I don't know, that was scared or something. But the police officer, she kind of thought I was a terrorist or something. So after that, it took me like 3 hours and a half or something like that to demonstrate who I was. After, I don't know, I have to deal like so many things in those 3 hours, like trying to avoid to a prostitute who was drunk and bleeding, or trying to demonstrate that I didn't commit another crime in the 84. Thanks God I was 4 years then. And after this, so I ended up at the police station having this tea with the guard, while the inspector was trying to decide what they were going to do with me after they had my passport and they certified that I wasn't Antonia Gonzalez. So but at the end, it's like they let me go. They decided to let me go, like with no charges and no fine either. So I went out to the street. I was looking like it was like the lights it was the day coming, and thinking how I'm gonna get home. I don't have money and I don't have bus pass with me. So the guard is coming in that moment because he's finishing his shift at 6 a.m. And he look at me, he smiles, and is like, "Come on, I'm gonna get you a ride." So as you can understand, after this, I never in my life I tried to falsify a bus pass. Well, at least in England.